It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks about this thing that you want. You know that you want it, and therefore you know it is going to be. And so even though others may doubt it, or maybe even not want you to want it, your desire is so clear, so pure, so unrestricted by your own doubt that the doubts that others have are completely irrelevant. We really like it when not only are the doubts of others about what you want completely irrelevant, but we really like it when your own doubts are irrelevant. But they can't be, can they? Your own not believing in what you want can never be irrelevant, because it's an active vibration that is within you. When you say, I want this, but you've just contradicted your own vibration of desire, and you've slowed or maybe even stopped the momentum of your desire with your countering thought. And yet you don't do it on purpose. You're just being realistic, right? You're just facing reality. You're just using your experience that you've gathered so far to balance out what sometimes feels to you like an impossible dream or a frivolous thought or something that is not realistic. But we want you to understand that anything that you desire can become a full-blown, actualized manifestation. But what keeps new wonderful things, new even more wonderful things, from exploding onto the landscape of your own life experience is you are so good at translating through your physical senses. And so reality to you, for most of you human darlings, is what you can translate through your physical senses. So if you can see it, then you'll believe it. Seeing it and hearing it and smelling it and tasting it and touching it, that's real, because you can see it and others can too. But what about that, whatever it is that you desire that you can't yet see? If you use what you can see as the dominant basis of what you offer vibrationally, and what you're seeing is the absence of what you desire, now you're offering a vibration about the absence of what you want all day, every day, because you're not seeing it, and you're not seeing it, and you're not seeing it, and you're taking score. And you're saying things like, where is it, and why doesn't it come, and how long is it going to take? And then you look around at others, and you notice that some of them have what you want, and then you feel jealousy because they've got it and you don't have it. And it's because you are facing reality all day, every day, and not often are you creating reality all day, every day, because you're letting your vibration, you know what we mean by your vibration? In every moment that you are conscious, awake, you are offering a vibration. Your attention to anything is causing you to offer a vibration that law of attraction is responding to. So you're getting back what you're giving out all day, every day. But most people offer their vibration almost exclusively based upon what they are observing, which means, and we love you so much, but we're going to give you this temporary label, and by the end of the day it will be softened tremendously. You are reactors, you are reactionary, you are reacting to things, and so most of your vibration is a reaction to something that you've seen. So if you're seeing not enough money and you're reacting to that, you're offering a vibration that's keeping that going. If you're seeing no lover with you, or no friends around you, or no beautiful home that you want to live in, or no whatever it is that you're looking for, if you see that missing, then you're reacting to it missing, and you're practicing the vibration of it not being there. So then occasionally you set a goal, or you write it down, or you put a smile on your face and you say something that sounds really positive about what you want. But the question that we are asking you is, how much weight does that carry in terms of time and balance of your flowing of vibration? How much percentage of your time do you spend flowing toward your dream of what you want in comparison to the time that you're flowing toward what you've already got? It's a big question to ask yourself. We'll give you the answer. A little bit toward what you want and a whole lot toward what you've got, because you are beautifully human and beautifully responsive. You're so good at the reason that you came here that you're shooting yourself in the foot with your expertise at doing it. And what we mean by that is you're so good at translating vibration into this physical realization of reality through your physical senses that has more meaning to you. When you say I want to be real, you mean I want to weigh the pros and the cons and the pluses and the minuses, and I don't want to leave out any of the facts. Sure, I'll talk about good things, but I must equally talk about bad things, because I want to be an objective human who is facing reality. And we say, you do to a certain extent. That's what step one of the creative process is. Yes, you want to evaluate the contrast and you want to come to your conclusions about what you prefer from doing that. But if you get stuck in that step one phase of exploring what is, 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 practicing the vibration of 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 what is, then what is just keeps being what is in your life. Different faces, different places, same experience, because you practice it into being, and then you observe what you've practiced into being, so it bees more, and you practice it more, so it bees more, and you practice it more, and it bees more, and you practice it more, and then you say, hey, this isn't fair. And we say, yes, it is. You create your own reality. You get what you think about, whether you want it or not. So you want to ask yourself, how much time am I spending thinking about things I do not want under the cover of being objective or being real? We would define ourselves differently. We would say, I'm really picky about what I think about, and I choose what I think about based upon how it feels to me. Now, why is that a good idea? Well, in order to understand why what you feel matters so much in terms of really, really good guidance for you, you have to understand that there are two aspects of you that are having a relationship at all times. Before you came into this body, you were source energy. Some of you get that. Some of you believe that you were source energy, then you came into this body, and when you have your physical death experience, that you will then be source energy again, or non-physical, physical, non-physical. But what's really going on is that you are non-physical even though you are physical. There is a stream of your non-physicalness that is flowing to you. And that stream of you that is flowing to you is life force. It is life source. It is the fuller version of you. It's the fuller version of you, not just because it was fuller than you let yourself be in your body. It's the fuller version of you because since you got here in your body, you've been exploring and becoming even more. When you don't have enough of something, you ask for more, and that non-physical part of you becomes the vibrational essence of that more. When someone's rude to you, you ask for a nicer world. When you're rude, you ask for a nicer world. Everything that you live is causing that inner part of you to expand, and expand it does. Oh. So then when you take that understanding of this you that is having a relationship with you, and you apply to that understanding your understanding of the law of attraction. Law of attraction is responding to vibrational frequencies. Law of attraction is matching vibrational frequencies up. Law of attraction is responsible for the evolution of all things. Law of attraction is a powerful, across the board, always consistent response to vibration. Law of attraction is the reason that you cannot set your radio dial on 98 FM and hear what's being broadcast on 101 AM. In other words, the frequencies have to match up. Your receiver and your transmitter must be on the same frequency in order for there to be reception, yes? So in order for you to have reception from this larger, expanded, evolved, loving, clear-minded, sure-footed, healthy, vital, prosperous you've got to be in the receptive mode. In other words, you've got to get your radio dial set to where the radio transmitter of your source energy is set. And you know where it's set? It's set on you being loved. It's set on you loving. It's set on you prosperous. It's set on you succeeding. It's set on you happy. It's source energy, and it is love, and it is radiating toward you. You are the dominant focus of your own inner being. So you can blend with that by choosing something that you too feel love about, or you can contradict it by choosing something that you are pushing hard against. And you can feel by the emotion that is within you which you're doing. You know the difference between the feeling of love in your belly and hate in your belly. You know the difference between clarity and confusion. You know the difference between confidence and insecurity. You can tell when you're tuned in, and you can tell when you're not. And so we just want to remind you that you are source energy in physical form who have come into this body and into this leading edge time and place to sift through the perfect balance and variety in order to come to your own perfect conclusions about what you prefer. And when that happens, you launch a vibrational rocket. You launch an intention that the source within you becomes an immediate match with. And then law of attraction begins responding to that expanded version of you. Oh, and you can feel it. You can feel when the larger part of you begins exploring an idea and you don't go. You feel all pensive and frustrated and fitful. You can feel when you have caused something to begin moving and you don't go. And you can feel when you do go, because that's when you soar. That's when ideas begin to flow. That's when the entire universe is at your beck and call. That's when it feels like you have a concierge in the sky that's just lining everything up for you. And everywhere you go, doors are opening, people are smiling, and things are helpful, and you can feel the power of your intention. There is nothing that you are incapable of being or doing or having. It's just a matter of you deciding. And we want you to rest with that word for a moment, because sometimes you use the word decision incorrectly, because you think you've decided before you have found the vibrational essence of it, and you haven't. Often you are decided against the very thing that your vortex is full of. So a decision is wanting it and believing it. Until you are decisive, until you are wanting and knowing, wanting and trusting, wanting and believing, then you're not going to be the receiver of it. It'll zig and you'll zag. In other words, so many near misses all day, every day. You should see it from our vantage point. It is fun to watch. It's fun to watch as you are honing in on what you want. There it went again. 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 Bingo. And then you say, oh, that was lucky. We are eager to talk with you about anything that is important to you. Nothing is off limits. We are happy about the understanding that is already taking place here. You get this more clearly now than you have ever gotten it before. Do you know that? So now what? Now what? Now what? It's going to be a really good day. It is thrilling to us to watch you deliberately get into alignment and then hatch a desire, and for you to consciously know that you are on the way to the magic of the unfolding of everything that you want. It is so pleasing to us to find you satisfied with the emotion or with the vibrational version of it, and not needing the manifested version of it in order to feel good, because feeling good is what it's all about, and because we know the manifested version must follow next. You are creative geniuses, here to create in a physical environment where your thoughts inevitably will turn to things. It's so much fun for us to watch you master what you intended when you decided to come. There's nothing serious going on here. It is all for your pleasure. You are worthy beings, and you deserve good things. There is great love here for you. And as always, we remain stubbornly in your vortex.